Oh, it's 1:00.
Just FYI, we are live on the channel. We're just waiting for the mayor to join the meeting.
Hey, everybody. If the mayor's not here by 5 after the hour, I'll go ahead and gavel us. At least we can get minutes and stuff out of the way.
Well, we can't take any actual action until the mayor does join us, Councilman Galvin, because we need to have 3 folks in the building for quorum. We can start the meeting. We can chat. We can discuss things. We can.
I withdraw my comments, Councillor.
Okay.
See, the mayor is logging on now.
You can do CCI back for now. Okay. Tell it to me again. I don't know how strong now. Okay. I got it going. I'm going to put him on city stuff.
We know where the mayor is?
I'm in the. Can you see me?
No, we're waiting for you.
It's not me. It's
There you
this.
go.
Now we can see.
Right. Can you see me now?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much, and I hope that they fix it before our council meeting. Good afternoon, everyone. It's 1:13. This is a special CRA meeting. Today is Tuesday, January 26, 2021. Madam Secretary, can you do a call, please?
Board Member Desilmay?
Here.
Board Member Keys?
Here.
Board Member Estimate Irvin?
Present.
Board Member Galvin?
Here.
Chairman Bieneme?
Yeah.
Chairman, you have a quorum to proceed.
Thank you very much. Can we please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which we stand, one nation, level, indivisible, with liberty and justice. Thank you. Now, first,
Agenda item 1, resolution to ratify actions of the chair and board members of the North Miami Community Redevelopment Agency taken at the January 12, 2021 board meeting. A resolution of the chairman and board members of the North Miami Community Redevelopment Agency ratifying the actions of the chair and board members of the North Miami Community Redevelopment Agency taken at the board meeting held on January 12, 2021 and providing for an effective date. Agenda item 1.
Good afternoon, Chair and Board Member. This is to ratify the actions that you undertook at the last January 12th meeting. As you know, we require 3 in-person members in the building, and at the time, although we had all 5 of you virtually, we didn't have 3 of you physically in the building. So we're asking you to ratify the items that you voted on through this resolution.
thank you very much. Can I have a motion to
So moved.
approve? If we don't have any other question. Thank you.
I have a motion made by Board Member Galvin to approve the item at agenda item 1. The motion was seconded by Board Member Keys. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion carries with a 5-0 vote.
Item number 2.
Agenda item 2. Resolution to approve a bid waiver to enter into agreement with the Greater North Miami Chamber of Commerce and the Haitian American Chamber of Commerce of Florida as administrators of COVID-19 relief programs for the North Miami Community Redevelopment Agency. A resolution of the chair and board members of the North Miami Community Redevelopment Agency authorizing the executive director and North Miami CRA attorney to negotiate and finalize an agreement with each of the North Miami Chamber of Commerce and the Haitian American Chamber of Commerce of Florida to provide administration of COVID-19 relief grant programs for an amount not to exceed $100,000, $50,000 per vendor, plus a fee of 10% of each grant amount after the vendor has processed at least $500,000 in grant requests, waiving competitive bidding in accordance with Section 7-120B of the City of North Miami's Code of Ordinances, authorizing the executive director to execute the agreements, authorizing the executive director to take all action necessary to implement the terms of the agreements, and providing an effective date. Agenda item 2.
Good afternoon again, Chair and board members. Before you is a request for the CRA to contract with the Greater North Miami Chamber of Commerce and the Haitian American Chamber of Commerce to provide administrative grant management services for the COVID-19 relief grants that we intend to launch in the coming months. This is extremely important to us because when we administered the COVID relief grants this past year, it was a very time consuming and the staff was a little bit overwhelmed, and we are still required to complete our regular work as the CRA, meaning the commercial grants, the residential rehab grants, and all these large capital projects that we're about to undertake. We're asking your approval of this. In the application, I'll let Mr. Destrade speak, but in the application, you'll see the way we wrote it, it's that they will be responsible. So the Greater North Miami Chamber will have a Spanish and English speaking person. The Haitian American Chamber of Commerce will have a Creole and English speaking person. They will be trained by us to use our web-based grant software, Neighborly. They will be trained to properly administer the grants, the intake, verifying licenses, all the backup stuff that we have to do when we process grant applications. They will be required to follow up on the receipts and make sure that they have everything they need. That's only on the commercial aspect. For the residential aspect, I will be bringing to the board an eviction prevention program. Also, they will be responsible for processing those applications as well. At the end, both chambers will be sending to us a list of the applicants that have been approved, and we will verify them, and that's when we cut the checks. So the chambers essentially will not be managing $500,000 each. They will just be managing the volume of applications received, and will be interacting with the applicants on our behalf. Also on the call, we have Mr. Dave Burney, the chairman of the Greater North Miami Chamber of Commerce, and also Dr. Lumana Joseph, incoming chairperson for the Haitian American Chamber of Commerce, if you have any additional questions.
Thank you very much. Let's open it to the public. Public hearing is open on item number 2. Public hearing
Good
is open.
afternoon, everyone. Thank you for attending this afternoon's virtual regular CRA meeting. This meeting will allow live public comment by attendees. Public hearing will take place upon announcement by the chair of the meeting. And from that time, attendees will be able to virtually raise their hand, and this should function similarly to lining up at the podium. If you are participating by phone, you will need to press *9 to raise your hand, and from there, you will receive a PIN that you will use to unmute yourself when called upon. Attendees cannot leave their hand raised throughout the entire meeting, so if you raise your hand before an item is read, it will be removed. Do not forget to state your full name and complete address for the record. Remember, you will have up to 2 minutes to make your comment. Thank you in advance for your understanding and your feedback. Chairman, there does not appear to be any hands raised on this item at this time.
Thank you very much. Board members, any questions?
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Menkes.
Okay, just a couple questions. The $50,000 to the chambers, is that getting paid up front, or is that a monthly fee, or?
No, we will give them a deposit up front, and then the final payment will be done after, because this program ends September 30th, but we need to allow them the opportunity to hire the staff and the equipment necessary for the program. So it'll be in 2 payments.
Okay, second question is there will be hiring a qualified person to manage this program. I know they will get training from the staff, North Miami CRA staff. What is requirements for qualification?
It's kind of like an administrative office person, and the way our applications are very simple. It's more of an administrative person that's going to talk to the applicant, help them with their paperwork and their backup documentation, and speak the language also, because we had that as an issue, and be able to upload the application into Neighborly for us to see it on our end so we can process the application. So it's a lot more of a one-on-one relationship with these applicants, and whether it's a residential program or a business program, and to help them with their SunBiz or to help them with their licenses if they're lacking in that as well.
So do these this person being hired, do they have to have qualifications like computer, administrative, or background, or resume?
Yes, in the scope that we wrote for them, for the chambers, it does say that the vendor staff need to have at least the experience and must be able to speak the language, be computer literate in order to process the application, must be able to use critical thinking to follow up on documentation and what else? And to do the follow up with them in terms of any back end documentation that's lacking. So we have that in the scope.
Mhm. No previous administrative work experience? I'm just hoping, that someone, that we get qualified people that can hit the ground running, that aren't going to then learn how to use a computer, or then not going to, I want to make sure we're hiring people that are qualified to begin with. There are a lot of qualified people.
I understand and I appreciate that. And like I said, both chairs are there and I'm pretty sure they will tell you, yes, they intend to hire qualified people because they need to make the project as successful as we need it to be as well. So, but like I said,
Are they going to be
here. Say that again?
any part of the hiring qualifications that they reside in the city of North Miami?
No, I did not put that, but it's up to the board to choose if you want to make it as part of the requirement. I do not object.
Okay, it would give a few extra points to that person that they were, that would give a job to someone in our city. So just a suggestion. Thank you.
Any other board members?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, one of the, I guess, concern that I had, I think Rasha had mentioned that the Chamber and the Haitian American of Commerce would answer that. That's the language barrier. And I think they said the North Miami Chamber would handle the Spanish and the Creole speaking. And my district, I did not want them to be left behind in terms of what we have seen in other, especially with the city. So she did ensure me that they would have provision in terms of making sure that it's equal throughout the city. So I have no other objections in terms of that in moving forward with the process.
Thank you very much. The only thing I can add, Madam Executive Director, if someone speaks Creole, but they decided they want to go to the Greater North Miami Chamber of Commerce to apply for the grant.
Well, this is a partnership with both chambers and there will be some overlap, but there will not be any duplication of services. So if one chamber needs another, Dr. Lumana Joseph is actually vice president of the Greater North Miami Chamber, in addition to being incoming chair of HACOF. So they're already kind of, doing a joint partnership. So I don't feel that would be an issue on that end, but we will be supervising, overall how the process is being handled, and we will be able to.
What's going to happen if someone that speaks Creole but decided they want to get service from the Greater North Miami Chamber of Commerce, or someone that speaks Latino want to take service at the Haitian American Chamber of Commerce? Can they do that?
They would send them to the other one.
Yes, they can. I'm not going to stop them from going to the chamber that they're comfortable with. I imagine, like I said before, Mr. Bernie will lend his Spanish-speaking person to the HACOF, and HACOF will lend their Creole-speaking person to them as well to help. So I don't see that to be a delay or a challenge.
Or they could just tell them by versa, you may go there, just tell them, this is, we're one city. So yes. I wouldn't see that as being a big problem.
No, we just want to make sure anybody will feel comfortable with whoever they'll be able to go. Okay. If there is no other question, can I get a motion to? Yes, Councilwoman Irvin.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. If there is, for any reason, an overflow, because the chambers are doing both businesses and residents. So if there happens to be an overflow, is there consideration to possibly get a third entity to come out and help? Instantly, and I'll let this go, but I think that I think that the chamber will do well with the businesses, but with the eviction and the foreclosures or mortgage prevention, I'm just hoping that they can handle it, which is fine. I have a problem with what it is right now, but I just want us to think about if we needed to get a third entity in to help out if it becomes overwhelming, that we are open to that. But anyway, thank you for the this resolution and for being proactive on getting this help for the community. I'm in support of this. But if you wouldn't mind commenting on what I said, please.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Well, if there is such an overflow, then the CRA can step in. I mean, as you recall, our office managed both at the same time. So, if this is going to be a short term, now that there's more COVID relief and other programs coming in line, I foresee that our involvement as far as the CRA is concerned is going to end through September 30th. And we're going to be focusing on other grant programs. But if such a thing happens, we will evaluate it at the time and bring it up to the board, and or ourselves, my staff will step in and help out with the overflow.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Can I hear a motion to approve item number 2?
So move.
Second.
I have a motion made by Board Member Estime Irvin to approve agenda item 2. The motion was seconded by Board Member Keys. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion carries with a 5-0 vote.
Item number 3.
Agenda item 3, resolution to approve ratification of COVID-19 relief grants during winter recess. A resolution of the chair and board members of the North Miami Community Redevelopment Agency ratifying the actions of the executive director, the North Miami CRA secretary, and the North Miami CRA attorney relating to the operations of the North Miami Community Redevelopment Agency taken during the board's recess commencing December 9, 2020 through January 11, 2021, and providing for an effective date. Agenda item 3.
Before you, during the winter recess, I had authorized expenditures of $144,683, which was the balance of the rent relief program that we needed to pay out before December 31st to avoid any evictions for the qualified pre-approved applicants. Additionally, we assisted the city's CARES Act program. They had an overflow in excess of business applications. So we helped out as much as we could. We helped 19 applicants who had submitted applications to the city's website, but were not able to get any help, for a total of $95,000. So I'm asking for your approval of this item.
Thank you very much. Let's open it to the public. Public hearing is open on item number 3.
If you wish to speak on this item, please raise your hand now. If you are participating by phone, please press star 9.
Public hearing is still open on item number 3.
Chairman, we do not appear to have any hands raised on this item.
Thank you very much. Item number 3 is closed to the public. Board members?
Move approval.
Second.
I have a motion made by Board Member Galvin to approve agenda item 3. The motion was seconded by Board Member Desilme. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries with a 5-0 vote.
Thank you very much. Item number 4.
Agenda item 4, resolution to approve purchase order with Spiritus Law. A resolution of the chair and board members of the North Miami Community Redevelopment Agency approving a professional services agreement with Spiritus Law, LLC, to provide legal representation services to the North Miami's Community Redevelopment Agency for the remainder of fiscal year 2020-2021. Authorizing the executive director to issue a purchase order in the amount of $130,000 to Spiritus Law, LLC for the remainder of fiscal year 2020-2021 and providing an effective date. Agenda item 4.
Mr. Zelkowitz informed us at the last CRA meeting that he switched law firms. This is transferring the balance of the purchase order that we had, which was $150,000 from Fox Rothschild, and the balance is $130,000 for us to open up with Spiritus Law, our new the new home of our legal counsel. Mr. Zelkowitz is here if you have any additional questions.
Thank you very much. Let's open it to the public. Item 4 is open to the public.
If you wish to speak on this item, agenda item 4, please raise your hand now. If you are participating by phone, please press star 9.
Item number 4 is open to the public.
Chairman Bianame, it does not appear that we have any hands raised on this item.
Thank you very much. Item 4 is closed. Board
Motion
members,
to approve. Congratulations.
Second.
any questions? None, Madam Clerk.
I have a motion made by Board Member Keys to approve agenda item 4. The motion was seconded by Board Member Estime Irvin. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries with a 5-0 vote.
Thank you very much. Do we have any report from the CRA attorney?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, I would just like to thank all of you for approving the last resolution. I have moved to a new law firm. I'm partners now with two former colleagues that I've known for over 15 years. We have a boutique law firm. I've engaged and hired an associate now to help me with your matters, so things will be getting done more quickly and more efficiently and at a lower rate. So again, I thank you and look forward to working with you for the rest of this year and in the future. Thank you.
Very much. Do we have any public comments?
If you wish to make a comment at this time, please raise your hand or press star 9.
No.
Chairman Bianame, it does not appear that we have any hands raised for public comments.
Thank you. Old business, new business. Madam Executive Director, do you have any report?
None at this time, Mr. Chair.
Thank you very much. Can I hear a motion to adjourn?
So move.
Second.
Second.
See you at 2.
I have a motion made by Board Member Galvin to adjourn, seconded by Board Member Keys. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries with a 5-0 vote, and the time is 1:36. We are adjourned.
Thank you very much. See you guys at 2 p.m. for our regular council meeting. Thank you.